Most High in Christ. All right. Let me get a card in the chat. Check the sound and see everything is tawab, which in Hebrew means good. Most High in Christ. That's one too. All right, then we go with the let's rock and roll. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua to the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shalom. Hashem to the sisters. I'm priest and officer for Rakazah. You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School, University School Practical Knowledge. Started off for 1 West 120th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hahn. Since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians with Negro and indigenous descent. They are God's chosen people of the Bible. Let's clap it up. You know what I'm saying? For the Most High. And you know what I'm saying? Let's clap it up for our King, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to be an example for how should we act in 2026. How we should act in 2026. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. God's people. Israelites. How long that we're going to go along, you know what I'm saying, with this oppressor and know the truth. Knowing that's a slave master, knowing that's white Jesus doctrine, knowing, you know what I'm saying, there's no reason for, you know what I'm saying, an FBA be celebrating Christmas. There's no reason for an FBA be celebrating Thanksgiving and, oh, look at this filthy, disgusting holiday. 4th of July. That's the independence of Donald Trump's family. And we're going to celebrate that? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Somebody ran game on us. Somebody, you know what I mean? Somebody beat us down and say, hey, I'm beating you because I love you. We suffer from Stockholm syndrome, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But since 1969, ISUPK have been teaching our brothers and sisters the truth, to come back to the Most High, our power, not white Jesus doctrine, not slave master doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Not American doctrine, but the Bible's doctrine, God's doctrine, our God. Bob Bashar, what is the name of what is the title of this class?
Israelites, the law people of promise.
Yeah. Israelites, yeah, I need some enthusiastic in there. Israelites, God's people, that's what we're talking about. Israelites, the law, you know what I'm saying? The law, people of promise. The law, people of promise. Who is the people of promise?
Israelites.
The Israelites. Next time I'll raise your hand. Israelites. Israelites. Our people. You know what I'm saying? Our people's walking around and calling, oh no, I'm a, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Gentile. I'm another nation of people. How dare you call yourself God's chosen people? How dare you do that? Don't you see the anxiety in their face when you tell them that you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah? They can't do it. Our people that's in the Christian church is not allowed to do it. It's not their fault. Because white Jesus doctrine came along and said we are all Gentiles, but we could come, you know what I'm saying? We could come, you know what I'm saying? We could come together underneath, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, who is God. But those people is above us. We are born slaves. This Bible ain't written to everybody. It's written to the 12 tribes of Israel who are so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But we want to be outside the Bible. And the slave master told you that you could be those people. They call that replacement theology right there. The Pope replaced the Israelites. Don't you see it? Donald Trump replaced the Israelites. Don't you see it? Tom Hanks replaced the Israelites. Don't you see it? We don't see anything, huh? Somebody told us wrong. Somebody don't want us to read the Bible correctly or learn it correctly. Just be a slave. Celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and your birthday. Do the drugs. Do the heroin. Right now, you know what I'm saying? The temperature is going up. Our sisters couldn't wait to get the clothes. Black women are supposed to have a code, supposed to be classy. The white woman is the whore of the earth. We have laws to make sure our women, our men is being conducted in a moral compass. That's according to the Bible. That's the law of the Bible. We are the people of the promise. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The people of the promise. Baba Gashar. Let's go to Romans chapter 9. Chapter 9. Let's go to verse 4.
Romans chapter 9, verse 4. Who are the Israelites?
Matter of fact, start from Romans 3.
Verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh.
So right here, this is Paul right here. Our brother Paul. A Benjamite brother. So-called West Indian brother. Teaching his brothers and sisters that's in Rome. Teaching them. The lost sheep of the house of Yasha Allah. The way that the Israelite school of Universal Practical Knowledge, when we go out in the streets of Harlem, when we go out in the streets of the UK, when you go out in the streets of Mexico, you know what I'm saying? When we go out in the streets in Texas, we echo this statement that our brother Paul, because we have so much compassion for our people. And we're going to teach them about they could come back home. You know what I'm saying? We could wash ourselves from the sins that we have been done. We become a new person the way Paul became a new person. The things that he did in the past. That he persecute, you know what I'm saying? He persecute the 12 disciples. But he came into the truth. And he learned the truth. Read that from the top up, sure.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren.
Wait, say that again?
Accursed from Christ for my brethren.
For my what?
Brethren.
For my brothers and sisters. I wish I was, you know what I'm saying, accursed for my brethren. I wish I could take on your burden. I want to be with you in the, you know what I'm saying, in the cracks. I want to be crying with you so we can fight together. This is what Israelite culture promotes. This is what ISUPK promotes. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters celebrating Easter. Ain't no moral compass came out of Easter. Ain't no more, you know what I'm saying? They celebrate Easter, but Easter don't tell you not to, you know what I'm saying, not to sell drugs tomorrow. Not to whore out that women tomorrow. Not to unalive. Not to, you know what I'm saying, not to separate on colors tomorrow. The Lord's statute and commandments teach our brothers and sisters about compassion, about laws, about how we conduct ourselves. And our brother Paul is echoing this right here. I'm saying it says it right here. Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself was accursed from Christ for my brethren. Read on.
My kinsmen.
My what?
My kinsmen.
My what?
My kinsmen.
My kinfolks. My cousins in them. My people. My people in Brazil. My people in Venezuela. My people in Mexico. I don't want to see my people in Mexico when I'm sitting back enjoying cake while they suffering. My people on the res. I don't want to sit back knowing that, you know what I'm saying, knowing that Yahweh Mashiach, ignorant called Jesus Christ, suffer for me also. I want to suffer like that. So because he suffered for his people, so I'm going to suffer for my people.
So what you're bringing out is so heavy, like Paul, you know what I'm saying? But once he found out who were the people according to the promise, like it says in verse 3, for I wish that myself were accursed from Christ, meaning that he wished that he could take on the punishments that Christ had to go as far as dying on the cross. Or he wished as himself, as a man individual, that instead of Christ going through that punishment, him himself will go through that punishment.
That's right. That's right. Most High Christ. Yeah, exactly. And that's the compassion that we have to have for our people. You know, we don't look down on our people. We want our people to be brought up.
Right.
Ain't nobody else got compassion on blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. What organization will put our people first? First and foremost, huh? No organization in the world. If anybody ever hear about diversity, you know what diversity means? Not specifically black people. Not specifically Hispanics. That's what diversity means. You know who's the biggest diversity group? White women. White women is the biggest diversity group. You know what I mean? Somebody done kicked our teeth in and said that, you know what I'm saying? And said that is okay. Read on.
Come on, God. My kinsmen according to the flesh.
According to the what?
The flesh.
You say that again?
The flesh.
Oh, man, no. I thought this was a spiritual thing. And you could be a spiritual Israelite. And Paul, you know what I'm saying? Paul is separate for, you know what I'm saying, a spiritual flesh.
The flesh.
The flesh. That means, you know what I mean? Your skin. He said his brothers, bloodline, his kinfolks, bloodline, according to the what? The flesh.
The flesh.
The flesh. Who taught us that? Oh, he's talking about spiritual Israelite. Who taught us that? White Jesus doctrine. Slave master doctrine. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln taught us this. Then our church taught us this also. What? I skip it. I mean, I said, don't worry. I address it later. You know what I mean? First time later. It says it right here. Read on.
Come on, God, verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Say that again.
Who are Israelites?
Who are spiritual Israelites? Say that again.
Who are Israelites?
No. Who are victims? Who are victims? Who are acting like victims when somebody made them victims?
Who are Israelites?
You know who? You know what I'm saying? You know who remembered the crime? Victims. You know who don't remember the crime? The ones who make victims. They never remember the crime. Only the victims remember the crime. Only the victims remember the crime. You know, your slave master say, hey, why are you screaming victim? I'll kick you in your teeth. You know what? I'm going to stop kicking your teeth. You can live in my house now. Forget about all that violation that I did 20 years ago to you. Forget about that. Forget about that. Did anybody to get over the trauma? I had this trauma for 20 years. I lived right down the hall from the person who victimized me. And the person who victimized me said, why you got to keep on bringing that up? Because I didn't get help over the trauma. I'm still seeing you every day, all day. It's like what Chris Rock says, you know what I'm saying, about America, how black people look towards America. You know what I'm saying? It's a funny way that black people look towards America. It's a funny way how Hispanics and Native Americans look towards America. America is like that molested uncle, that violated uncle, that paid through your way through college. You think I'm going to look at him? You think I'm going to forget about that? What he did to me? What she did to me? Oh, I'm only revising myself. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, Breeze?
God.
But nobody gave me counsel to get over the trauma, what this person did. We still see this person. You know what I'm saying? Guess what happened to the Jewish man? The world say, hey, we got to get these Jewish people out of Germany and put them someplace else so they could get, you know what I'm saying? So they could, you know what I'm saying? So they can start getting over the trauma of what, you know what I'm saying, these people did to them. They have a what do white people call it? A safe place. When did blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians have a safe place? When did so-called African Americans have a safe place from Joe Biden and Donald Trump? America say, yo, you know what? We did these things to you. You know what? We're going to give you states so you could heal yourself. You know what? You know what type of state of mind is that? That's compassion. That's showing empathy. But this place was built on bloodshed. There's no empathy in America. That's why in the Constitution, you don't have to feed the poor. There's no Constitution, right? You know what I'm saying? The poor, you know what I'm saying? And in America, there's no right to eat. There's no right to eat. You could just starve. And somebody can make an argument, hey, in the Constitution, we ain't got the right to feed poor people. Let them starve. Because America is not built on morality. It's built on selfishness. That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why people get called, you know what I'm saying? They call somebody who got violated. When they scream about the violation, they call them, you know what I mean? They call them, oh, why you acting like a victim? They blaming the victim. They're blaming the victim. This was going on. And this was happening in the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians community. This is what we're doing. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Oh, Shalaka, you got the thing in the back, in the right back.
All right.
It's in the back. All right. Oh, no, all right, in the back. So this is that brother Paul having compassion on his brethren, on his kindred. He wishes, you know what I'm saying? He could be a curse. He could be like Christ and take on the burdens of his people. Take on the burdens of his people. Our people don't know how to take on the burdens of their people because they learn to be selfish from America and what Jesus died. White teachers teach you how to be selfish. That's what it is. That's what white Jesus doctrine teach you, how to be selfish. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what white Jesus doctrine teach you, how to be selfish. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, we pick up the Bible and don't know what the hell we're talking about. Because we learn it from a selfish Bunch of bastards. Ain't no compassion. Ain't no compassion in America. America don't got no goddamn compassion. You know what I'm saying? The leader of America say, depending on how I feel, I will invade any country that's around me, and I don't care because they can do nothing about it, even though they ain't do nothing to them. Are Venezuela's victims also? Are they just crying, priest?
Oh.
Venezuela elect president got kidnapped by America. Oh man, just get over it. Well, you get over now, you know what I'm saying? Tell America to get over 9/11. And next, you know what I'm saying? And this year, we're not going to celebrate 9/11 again. Why would you put that? Because it sounds like, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like they just being a victim. It was so long ago, right, Breeze? It was like damn near 26 years ago, right? That was so long ago. I think it's about time for America to stop celebrating 9/11. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, the victim mentality. I think America have a victim mentality. Tell America to stop celebrating 9/11. Tell the Jewish man to stop celebrating the Holocaust.
Right.
Tell your mother to stop, you know what I mean, to stop bringing up when she got violated, you know what I'm saying, by her uncle. Stop doing that. You got to stop, you know what I mean? You got to stop, you know what I mean? You know these kids got to stop. These kids from the Catholic Church got to stop complaining about the molestation that happened to them. The Catholic Church, you know they got to stop that, right? That's a victim mentality. That's a victim mentality. You know that, right?
Right.
You know that the North American Indians, when they was in these border homes and they got, you know what I'm saying, they got crushed down into powder and they got touched, violated, unalive. They are a victim. That's a victim mentality. You know that, right? When they talk about the crimes of the Catholic Church, what they did to them, right? That's a victim. That must be a victim mentality. That's a new word that we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn victim mentality right there. The people who got touched by the Catholic priests need to stop talking about it because that's a victim mentality. Your mother need to stop talking about her violation by her uncle because that's a victim mentality. Our children need to stop. Our children should not come to their parents when somebody somebody at the school touched them inappropriately. That's a victim mentality. And what's that person's name? Go ahead.
Eduardo, so like I said, if I could say something on this, if I may, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Eduardo Adolf, you say victim mentality. It sounds like you suffer from the victim mentality. Else, why would you put that comment in this section? You understand? You're looking at our platform. You're looking at Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians platform, whoever you are. So what compelled you to come on our platform and say this? You call yourself trolling? Sounds like you're the victim of victim mentality. You have to wake up in the morning every day and face the fact that Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians are better than you, stronger than you. You understand? Ain't no other nation that can compare to Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians of the struggles that we went through on our own. You understand? While these other foreign countries got allies and backed them up, who are backing up Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians? Nobody. You understand? We survived the drug epidemic. You understand? We're still living. We're still thriving. You understand? But what about you? You call yourself, you understand? You want to come in here and call and say that we are victim mentality? Well, I got a scripture for you, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 6. This is your victim mentality. You understand? Because you know that Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians are better than you and your filthy, disgusting race that enslaved us. That's right. And this is what God said about Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Since you want to talk about victim mentality, Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord. See, Eduardo, adult, we are a holy people unto the Most High God. We are a separate people. We are a people that God said that we're supposed to be separate, you understand, from your religion, from your Christianity, from your sexual deviance, you understand, from the false gods that you serve. For we are a holy people unto the Lord. We belong to the Lord. Who do you belong to, Eduardo, Adolf? You understand? The Lord thy God hath chosen thee. He hath chosen Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians to be a special people unto himself. Not the white man, not the African, not the Arab, not the East Indian, but every day you got to face the fact when you wake up that Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians are better than you. It kills you and it hurts you that every time you pass a Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian, that he's better than you no matter what circumstances that he's living in. He could be under the bottom, he could be in the ghetto slums and the reservations, and guess what? He's still better than you. Above all people, and we are above all. God is saying that we are above you, Adolf Hitler and your people. You understand? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So if you want to come talking about a victim of mentality, sound like you're the victim of mentality because it hurts you so much that you had to come on our platform and call us a nigger Jew. You understand? Don't you know that according to the Bible, guess what? What you saying is nothing new. You understand? We've been called the N-word since the ancient days. You understand? We have a slogan in the ISUPK, Real Nigga University.
That's right. So
what you're saying, it doesn't hurt us. You understand? Because according to the Bible, for educational purposes, this is what I'm saying. Niggas, spics, and wetbacks, we are the real Jews. Eduardo, who are you? You understand? You're just an insecure, you understand, whoever you are, an Edomite, that you can't face it. That God loves Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, and not you, Salah.
Oh, no, you know what I'm saying? When you're dropping it so heavy, so it's straight up, all body going west. You know what I mean? A matter of fact, go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get to you in a second, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Let's read that real quick. Why we saying this right here. You know what I mean? Read that Bible response.
Come on, come on. Ecclesiastes 7, verse 7. Mm-hmm. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Say that again.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
The wise man recognizes oppression.
Right.
And he's upset about that. You know when he's upset about that? He would talk about it. He would talk about it because he's a wise man. Surely oppression make a wise man mad. Read on.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Oh man, the wise man knows that oppression is going on. But if somebody say, hey, I'm going to give you food stamp, do that take away the oppression? Hey, I'm going to give you the right to vote. Do that take away the oppression?
Right.
Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm going to do all these good things, but it don't take away the oppression because you're still kicking my teeth in. Right. But I can vote. You still, you know what I mean? You still beat my back in. But you know what I mean? But I can still drive a car. This is the gifts right here. You know what I'm saying? White Jesus doctrine. God loves everybody. God loves everybody. That's the gift right there, preach. Right. White Jesus loves everybody. And I don't understand I don't know what a troll is. Like you get up to do this? Your daughter got molested. Your son got touched. And you're going to get up and do this? People are at war right now. You're going to get up and do this to make, you know what I mean, to say comments like this? Your mother, you know what I'm saying, your mother got cancer. You want to make comments? You know what I'm saying? Your brother just lost his job, and he's, you know what I'm saying, and he's 3 months behind rent. You're going to make comments like this? You see what I'm getting at? Right. Like, what is this troll thing? I don't understand that. The real world. We're talking about the real world. The real world. Victim mentality do not, you know what I mean? There's no victim mentality in the real world. That girl got touched. That little boy got touched. Our mothers is going through cancer. Our little babies is, you know what I'm saying? We don't know that she's going to live or not. She's in the hospital. What victim mentality? The North American Indian sisters is getting kidnapped. The #1 kidnapped people in the United States right now. Is that victim mentality? A father wake up, his daughter is gone. His son is gone. And then he drowned himself in alcohol. He unalived himself with alcohol. And nobody's doing nothing about it. That's a victim mentality? That's a victim mentality? This is what's going on? People wake up to make comments like that? Surely your oppression make a wise man mad. Make the wise man mad. We're supposed to be mad. The more mad that Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans in this get, the more brotherhood that we get. The more mad that we get, the more that we realize that we got to follow some type of moral compass. And the only moral compass is the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
This is what's going on. And a gift destroyed the heart. A gift destroyed the mind. Oh, thank you for this $100,000. I don't see no racism. Thank you for this $200,000. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, can we all just get along? It doesn't matter what skin tone this is. What about the black on black crime? Yo, priest, what's the only thing that we talked about the black on black crime, so it don't want to be no more.
Right.
If it wasn't no black on black crime, we would take over this entire earth. But we want to be like white Jesus. So now we got black on black crime because we want to be like white Jesus. We want to be like these other nations. And that's the gift. The gift is weed.
Right.
You know, that you know, that's the gift.
Right.
The gift is that, you know what I'm saying? You see the brothers with the book bags on. You try to tell me the cops don't know that they selling illegal drugs. This is what you trying to tell me, priest? On the corner, right down the block. They don't know. It just, you know what I mean? They just came out of school. You know that, right, priest? They just came out of school with their book bag on. That's right there. You want to get high. You want your, you know what I'm saying? We want our daughters to walk down the street with no clothes on. That's the gift.
Right. You
know that's the gift, right? That's the gift right there. But when somebody said, no, you can't do that, that's not a gift. They think that's not a gift. And they're going to fight you, and then people are going to fight us on it because we say, no, we can't do that anymore. Somebody ran game on us.
Right.
The Most High God said we're not allowed to do it. Well, what the white man said we could do it, but God said that we cannot do it. And that's the issue. If you leave it up to you, everybody would get high and your mother would be on drugs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Usually what our people say, oh no, that's their problem. That's my mother's problem. That's not my problem. That's my mother's problem. Try to separate her. But guess what? Her son is the one that got her on drugs.
Right.
That's selling drugs to her. That's paying the rent and giving her drugs. Here, you was going to say something? Yeah, your hand raised.
Yes, like I said, if I may, What other scripture could be used to show who the adoption pertained to?
Say again?
What other scripture could be used to show who the adoption pertained to?
Oh, other scripture? Matter of fact, you can go to Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. 3 verse 1 to 2. You go to Amos right there.
3, good. 3.
Yeah, 3. 3 verse 1 to 2. You go to Amos. You can also go to let me see here. You go to of course, yeah, let's see what's adoption. Go to matter of fact, go to the classic with the Hebrews, I think chapter 5, verse 12. He's the mediator. That was one who was underneath the first covenant. I think that's what it is. Paraphrasing it.
That's a lot, if I may.
Right.
You could go to Exodus 4, chapter 22, when it says, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. You could go to Deuteronomy 14 and 1, where it says, ye are the children of the Lord your God.
Exodus.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 22.
But that should be enough right there, yeah. In your studies, you're going to see more. But it all means the same thing, you know? It's all the same. But those is like pretty much to the point. Then, you know, then you could go to Hosea.
Psalms 147, 19, 20. The Lord gave us the Bible.
Mm-hmm. So for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, how long that we want to go do this? Right now, it's a great opportunity for us to come back to the Most High God, our power, to follow His laws, statutes, commands, to change ourselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? To change, and we have the ability to do it because we underneath grace. We have time enough to get it right and tight. To do it right this time. To learn compassion. To learn, you know what I'm saying, how to conduct ourselves with one another. How to talk to each other, one another.
Right.
It was like today, check this out. I'm sitting on a bench and I'm waiting for the train. And the brother, you know what I'm saying, he got his headphones on. You know what I mean? And he's jamming. He's jamming. And he's hitting the bench that we both sitting on, waiting for the train. You know what I mean? And the bench is shaking. So, you know, man, I'm like, oh, excuse me, sir. You know what I'm saying? If I may, sir. By you hitting the bench, it's shaking the bench. He said, my fault. You know what I'm saying? My fault. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that. I see that you're jamming, bro. You see how I talk to him? You see the comeback? That's how we're supposed to talk to each other. He understands, like, oh, no doubt, I don't want to offend you. So I'll make sure that I don't hit the bench. And I'm like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Then we had a conversation. Then he had a conversation. Then it was a good conversation. That's how Israelites supposed to conduct ourselves. You see that, priest?
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be in our nation. Easy like that. Not have no anxiety like, yo, if I ask him, he probably go way left, then we're going to have to end up fighting. No. We know how to talk to each other because the Bible taught us how to talk to each other.
Right.
The Bible shows us how, you know what I'm saying, have conduct. Bob Gashard, let me go to in the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. This is what we need. We need wisdom when it comes to this.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them.
So right here, so it says that, but the soul of the righteous are in the hands of our power, and there shall no torment touch them. This is what's going on, Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans. You get pulled over by the police. We don't feel no anxiety.
Right.
We know that we're the children of God. We know that we ain't do anything wrong. And if you want to fight it, we just fight it in the court. Here go my license. You know what I mean? I'm not hiding anything. Here's what it is. I'm not going to come no plea. Because I know, you know what I'm saying? I know who I am.
Right.
I know, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm Yasha Allah. I have a God that protects me. I know what it is. I'm a free man. And I'm going to talk like a free man. I'm going to conduct myself like a free man. And I'm going to be respectful. Because I'm better than the cop. I'm better than him. And I know how to conduct myself classy.
Right.
Here's my license, sir. What else do you need? My registration? Oh, if I may, it's over here. Can I reach for it, please? That's all you have to do. Or have it out already, ready to rock and roll. No argument. I see you in court. That's it. That's what we do.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And we would not be, you know what I'm saying, torment or touch them. Because we underneath the Most High God. That's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. We don't.
Come on, Proverbs 2. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
Say that again.
In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
So it says it right here. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. You know he's talking about the righteous, right? The unwise is talking about the righteous in the scripture. Like from a distance, it looked like that we getting beat down. From a distance, from the unwise eye. Oh man, that Israelites didn't do it. You know what I mean? When the cops come along, you know what I mean? Y'all talk to them, whatever. You from an unwise eye. You seem like that when you dead. Don't realize that, you know what I mean? Don't realize that the officer is like, yo, thank you, you know what I mean? Thanking us for our service. The same way that we did for the your priest. Remember the last Passover when the hotel shut down and we took over the entire hotel to make sure everybody in the hotel was safe. Everybody. Not just Israelites, not just our, you know what I mean? Not just ISUPK. It was everybody in the hotel. The co-workers was happy. They saw, but you know what I mean? They saw the brothers standing post to wait until the light comes on. The civilians that was in the hotel. Oh my God. I'm glad that they was here. You know what the unwise would say? Why them dudes is doing that? It's not their job. I won't do that. I'm just going to hang in the room. That's the unwise. It seemed like we dead. Read on.
Put on God. And their departure is taken for misery.
Say that again.
And their departure is taken for misery.
And their departure is taken for misery. Their departure is taken for misery. Do you know what that means? Aaron, do you know what that means? Right here. So let's say this. From a distance. Somebody, you know, say from the outside looking in. The person on the outside don't know what's going on the inside. So they looking at you like, this person is dead. They don't see it, and you know what I mean? They don't see it close. So they're calling you dead. Because how you conduct yourself and how you solve that issue. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then the next verse, then the next sentence says, and there, who is the there? Who's the there? And there, what? Who's the there? Right?
Person from the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm. Who's the there? When they say and there, who's the there? Think about the there is the unwise. And their departure is taken for misery. What do you think that means? The unwise is taken for misery.
I'm not sure.
All right. Who's in misery?
The Israelites.
Huh? No. Not in this sentence, not in this context. Who's in misery? The unwise who's looking at the person who's dying. They think they in misery.
Can you repeat it one more time, please?
Remember, the outside looking in.
Yeah.
You speaking to the police officer, they think you selling out. They think you selling out because they don't hear the conversation. They don't hear the conversation. You over there solving the issue between whoever it needs to be, you know what I'm saying, solved. But somebody think, oh, you selling out. Oh, I see these officers laughing and you shaking their hands or whatever. The issue is solved. But somebody that unwise think you dying over there. Oh, that person is selling out. That person's in misery right now. Depart, yeah? They departed. The departing is the unwise. They departed from who was wise. That's what happened in the truth. That's what always happened in the truth. And this is wisdom. Understand the wisdom and understand the context. Understand the context. Remember the first sentence said, but the soul of the righteous are in the hands of God. The soul of the righteous is in the hand of God. Those are the wise men. Those are the person who's talking to the officers to make sure everything is ironed out. And there, look, and there shall no torment touch them. Ain't no torment touching the righteous because they are, you know, they're in the hands of God. But look what the unrighteous is seeing now. The brothers, oh, those are the Israelites on the corner. They think we getting tortured because the way that we act. Oh, get a job. Y'all ain't doing anything. This is what they say. Oh, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, what they call us again? What they call us? What they call us? That TV show.
Power Rangers?
Yeah, Power Rangers. Look at those Power Rangers. That's the unwise. But if they say, oh, look at those Power Rangers, you know who the Power Rangers are?
The TV show?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yes.
What was the Power Rangers' occupation?
To fight the evil.
So speak louder.
To fight the evil.
Fight the evil and do what?
Save the oppressed.
Huh? Yeah. Save the world. Every day they beat up the oppressor and save the world. But we call them Power Rangers.
Right.
That's the unwise. You see that? You Power Rangers. You don't know what the Power Rangers kick your ass and save the world. Go ahead, Chris.
They were heroes.
They was heroes. But the unwise don't call them heroes. That's what that scripture said. You could drop that Bible to show. Let's go into these laws. Let's go on Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1. But we still want to go back into Rome because for the promise. All right. So let's go on to Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1.
What?
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
And the Most High had spoken to Moses, saying, read on.
verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel.
No, speak unto the spiritual Israelites. Say that again.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
No, speak unto the Christian church. Say that again.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
No, speak unto the Pope.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
No, speak unto the Catholic Church.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
What about the Muslim mosques? That's what it says, right?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Read on.
And say unto them, I am the Lord your God.
I am the what?
Lord your God.
No. It cannot say I'm your God, because your is possessive. It got to say everybody's God.
I am the Lord your God.
I am the Lord your God. Who God is that? Who God is that, Aaron? Who God is that? That's it, because it's possessive, right? I'm the Lord your God, Israelites. Read on.
From verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein he dwelt,
Go on.
shall he not do?
After the doings of, of Egypt, of the house of bondage, or any place you go, do not do. You know what it means, do not do? It means like, if they celebrate Christmas, don't celebrate Christmas. If they celebrate going to the Easter egg hunt, don't go to the Easter egg hunt. See how easy that is? And they, you know what I'm saying? If it don't go up against the laws of God, you're okay with it. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay. You can write the bare arms, write the bare arms. You see what I'm saying? As long as you ain't going up against the words of the Most High, our power. So after the doings of Egypt, therein, wherein ye dwell, ye shall not do. Read on.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan,
Go on.
whither I bring you, shall he not do?
Do you understand what this scripture says right here? Wherever the Most High bring Yasha'Allah, and there's another nation that's dominating, don't go up against the words of God. Don't go up against the words of God. If they eat, if it's a national dish, if it's a national dish for the other countries of Canaan, and if it's swine, then we eat the swine. But it's not against the law in Canaan to eat swine. Will you still eat the swine? Why not?
It's against the law, against the law of God.
Against the law of the children of the promise. You see what I'm saying? You see how I come back? It's the laws of the children of the promise. Read on.
God, whether I bring you, shall he not do?
Wait, that's deep. Whether what?
Whether I bring you, shall he not do?
And that's exactly what we're talking about right now. And that's how important the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal School of Practical Knowledge, is so important. Because where are we dwelling at now? Where are we dwelling at now, Israelites? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We dwell here in America, right? And what do the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge say, the priest and the prophet of the Most High God? What do we say? Don't do what these people is doing. Don't do what your oppressors is doing. Envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. You see that we on the street corners all the time? We're doing the class right now. That's what we're doing right now. Wherever the Most High bring us, it's gonna be priests all the time. That's how blessed that we are, Israelites. We got brothers, we got sisters, you know what I mean, will teach us. Yo, listen up, man. I know we've been in this country for 400 years, but you got to stop celebrating your birthday. Just because this country celebrates birthdays, that don't mean for you to do it, because you are God's chosen people. So wherever the Most High bring you, even in captivity. Because it will be somebody, check it out, priest. It will be somebody end up getting the truth.
Right.
you peep it? It'll be somebody out the ordinary end up getting the truth. That's it right there. Read on.
Oh God. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
Say that hard body, one West.
Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
So why are you voting for president? Do you know the gang is rigged? Right now they're talking about, you know what I'm saying, people need ID to vote. The Democrats, the Republicans. If you was born in this country, you got the right to vote. It sounds good on paper, but we know how, you know what I'm saying? We know the hypocrisy behind America. They say one thing and do it another. They say that they're going to break the treaties. They broke all the treaties. We're not going to do their ordinance, which means that we do what's lawful here in this land. But we do not go up against God. We do not go up against our God. Read on.
Verse 4. He shall do my judgments
Go on.
and keep my ordinances
Mm-hmm.
to walk therein. I am the Lord your God.
It said to walk therein. And what do it mean to walk therein?
Follow after the law.
Say again?
To follow after the law. To follow after the law.
I know that. And what is that? What type of word is that? Action word. Which means that you live in it. You know what I mean? And so they always say, oh, the Lord, you know, you gotta live it. You gotta live it. You know, the Christian church, once they leave the church, they just close the Bible and they just go along to get along. They don't live it. It's not their life. You have to, you know what I mean? This is not rock. I mean, this is not like what they call it. What Cap always said. This is not the Matrix. You got to work at it. You got to walk at it. You know what I mean? You got to action. Speak louder than words. You got to walk in the law, statute, commandments. You got to walk in it, so you know which one you're breaking and which one you're not. Remember, Paul said, "If it wasn't for the law, I didn't know that I was sinning." That's what Paul said. You know that? If it wasn't for the law, I didn't know I was sinning. I'm paraphrasing that, but look it up. If it wasn't for the law, I never knew that I committed sin. Read on.
Oh God. To walk therein, I am the Lord your God. Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall therefore keep my statutes
Go on.
and my judgments,
Go on.
which if a man do, he shall live in them.
Wait. That's hard body. That's hard body one way. Start it from the top again.
Verse 5. He shall therefore keep my statutes.
So stop right there. Darren, who's the ye? Ye shall therefore keep my statutes.
The children of Israel.
Hmm?
The children of Israel.
Exactly. Children of the promise, Israelites. You the ye. This is the Most High telling Moses what to say. Who is Moses talking to? Who's Moses talking to? Yeah, go ahead there. Who's Moses talking to? Remember, we started from the first scripture, right? Verse 1. Who's Moses talking to?
Oh, the Most High.
No, the Most High already gave instructions to Moses. Who Moses talking to? Because our people are scared of the Most High. Our people don't want to hear the Most High. Back in Genesis, they're like, no, Moses, you go up there. We scared. So Moses is the mouthpiece. He's talking to his people. Was there any Egyptians there? In this congregation, Egyptians? The mixed multitude? Because that's what Christians are going to call you out. They're going to pull the mixed multitude. The mixed multitude left out of Egypt. They're going to say that. They're going to say that. Was a mixed multitude here? Hell no, they wasn't there. There was no mixed multitude. It was Yashala. It says that ye shall therefore keep my statutes. Read on.
Oh God. And my judgment.
Go on.
Which if a man do, he shall live in them.
Oh my God. Which is the man do? He shall live in them. We shall live in them. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's because the law, statute, commandments is life, is what we do. If we don't live in them, we will have Bloods and Crips. If we don't live in them, you know what I'm saying, we will have whoredom in our community. If we don't live in them, we will have SAs and unaliving. You know what I'm saying? And envy. And selling drugs to one another. If we don't live in it, we don't.
Oh God. He shall live in them. I am the Lord.
I am the what?
Lord.
I am the Lord. This is what's going on, Blacks, Hispanics, and the American. Read on.
Oh God, verse 6.
So this is what we have to know. Because this is, you know, especially here in ISUPK. We take this stuff seriously. Especially this scripture, especially these scriptures right here.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 6. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord.
So it says it right here. Israelites, none of you shall approach, get near to any that is near of kin, family member. If your father's walking around with a tank top on, he's naked. He's naked. We're not allowed to do that. If you know what I mean, if your sister's walking around the house with a cut off and short shorts on, that's for her husband. That's not for you. She's walking around with kids. That's a naked body, according to us. You're not allowed to do that. That's near a kin. Were you trying to look sexy for your father? Oh, the daughter got poo-poo shorts on, so she want to look sexy for her mother. Awesome, huh? Oh, you want to be sexy in front of your brother, huh? You know what I'm saying? Your brother got a tank top on. He want to show off his muscles in front of you, huh? That's nakedness, according to the Most High God. That's near kin. Read on.
Oh God.
Near kin, near kin, read on.
Near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness.
To what?
Uncover their nakedness.
Say that again.
Uncover their nakedness.
To uncover their nakedness. That's nakedness. We don't know what nakedness. You know who taught us about nakedness? White Jesus doctrine. The Romans taught us about nakedness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what's not naked? Your daughter walk around with panties on. That's not naked. You know what not nakedness? Your brother walking around with a tank top on. That's not nakedness. You know that, right? It's not nakedness. You know what I mean? Your aunt got a two-piece on at the beach. That's not nakedness. Here in this kingdom. That's not nakedness. We learn nakedness from a disgusting bastard.
Right.
We didn't learn nakedness from the Most High God, our power. For our culture, the people of the promise. Read on.
Oh God. I am the Lord.
Read on.
Verse 7. The nakedness of thy father.
The nakedness of thy father. Read on.
Or the nakedness of thy mother.
Or the nakedness of thy mother. Read on.
Shalt thou not uncover.
Now check this out. Why is our mother and father walking around the house naked? Boxers on, with a tank top on. Your mother, oh my God. I don't know about you, but that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. You know, Mom Dukes walking around the house, cleavage showing. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Right.
Anybody tell me if I'm wrong. Cover it up, Mom. What's wrong with you? You made me feel disgusted. Nah, you know what I mean? What you talking about? I'm your mother. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Your mother and father is walking around the house? Because it's there. You know, we always say, people always say, priest. What we always say, if somebody like, yo, can you please put some clothes on? What we say?
This is my house.
This is my house. You're right. This is my house. I can do what I want to do. Okay?
I pay the bill.
I pay the bills. So that means that I got to see your breasts. That's what it means? I got to see your breasts because you pay the bills. You see how disgusting? You see how selfish that is? Go ahead.
If you don't like it, get out.
I will never see you again. You're not my mother. I'll go get another mother in the truth that doesn't do this.
That's right.
I got a mother in the truth would never do that to me. Will apologize to me. Like, oh my God. Or just would be mindful that my son is here and let me put something on. See how easy that is? My son is here. Mom, I feel uncomfortable. I think that's inappropriate. It's my house. Oh, so you don't respect what your son is saying to you. You just love to make your son uncomfortable. Okay, no sweat. I have a mother that doesn't do this. I have a father that doesn't do this. Your pop, if possible, you know what I'm saying? Can you put a short sleeves on? You don't got to walk with on chest out, pops. I know it's hot, but you know what I mean? Just wear a t-shirt. Make me feel uncomfortable. It's my house, son. If you don't like it, you get out. You willing to lose a son because you don't want to put on a shirt? Okay. I guess he never wanted a son. I talk to you from a distance. You see what I'm saying? I talk to you from a distance. And I go get my father, priest and Commander Junior Honor. He would never walk around with no shirt on. And he won't disrespect me that way. Priest and Captain Tazayak, he's not going to do that to me. That's what's going on. It says it right here. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shall thou not uncover. Read on.
She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
She is your mother. Oh, it's okay because she is your mother. So it's okay so you can see your mother's breast. That's what we're talking about? This is the Lord. A lot of people don't know this Lord. Right now, mothers is walking up and down the street letting everybody see the breasts. Daughters too. Mother and daughters matching. You ever seen that? The mother and daughter match. The mother matched the daughter so both of them look like sluts. Cardi B dressing her daughter. Both of them is looking like sluts. And she married. So her husband is okay for me to look at her cleavage, huh? What morality that you learn that from? Oh, they learned how to dress like that during Easter. You know that, right, priest?
Right.
Easter taught them that. All those special holidays taught them that. That's what happened. Joe Biden and Donald Trump in America taught them that. There's no moral compass out of Easter. None of that stuff. Read on.
Verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
Say that again.
The nakedness of thy father's wife thou shalt not uncover.
The nakedness of thy father's wife Thou shalt not uncover your mother. Your mother. Your father's supposed to see that, not you. Oh, you must be married. What is that rapper? What is it, Hector XA X RX or something like that? That he slapped his mother's butt. His mom was twerking, and everybody in there is a bunch of perverted bastards watching the son grab his mother behind. You ever seen that? Not one person in there said this is disgusting. You touching on your mother like you're going to touch on your girlfriend? Your mother over here making a clap like you know what I mean? Like she's married to her son, and everybody in there taking pictures and laughing. See how we became disgusting because we followed behind our oppressor? But that's victim mentality. You know that, right?
Right.
That got to be victim mentality. If you slap on your mother's butt, that's victim mentality. That got to be victim mentality. If you talk about, yo, don't be slapping on your mom's butt, that got to be victim mentality. That's what's going on. Somebody got to do it. That got to be the victim mentality.
Right.
So it says right here. We got Leviticus chapter 18, verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shall thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. So Darren, married couple, the mother and father, who's supposed to only see the father's nakedness?
The mother, sir.
And who's supposed to only see the mother's nakedness?
The father.
Do the children, let's say this, do the 13-year-old supposed to see his mother nakedness? Do the 10-year-old supposed to see the father nakedness? But they all still family, right? Why they cannot see it?
Unlawful.
Because it's unlawful. Because it's unlawful. That's what you say. He said, it's unlawful. God said you ain't allowed to do that. I said, you know, that's the nakedness of the father. You know, we speak like that without pulling scriptures. So yo, sis, man, there's no reason for me to see it. That's for your man. That's for your husband, sis. Yo, man, yo, homeboy, why you got your arms out? You're supposed to be working out. Your arms is for your girl, not for me. That's your girl arms. That's your girl's chest. That's not for me. That's for your wife. We know.
It is thy father's nakedness.
It is thy father's nakedness. Go on.
Verse 9. The nakedness of thy sister.
Say that again.
The nakedness of thy sister.
Say that once again.
The nakedness of thy sister.
So it's okay for your sister to walk around with her stomach out, huh? She want to look sexy in front of her twin brother, huh? Oh, she want to be sexy in front of her mother and her father, huh? That's what she want to. She want to show her stomach, show her six-pack abs. Your brother, you know what I mean? Your brother want to do push-ups and flex in front of you, huh? He want to be sexy. What you tell your brother, like, yo, brother, yo, man, put a shirt on, man. That's for your home. That's for your girlfriend, man. That's not for your brother. Put a t-shirt on, man. You want to be sexy in front of your brother? You want me to massage your arms. That's what you want me to do. You want me to massage your arms. That's what you want. You want your twin brother to massage your arm. That's what you want, huh? Yo, why you gotta talk to me like that? You offended me because you flexing in front of me, though. Just put a shirt on, man. We brothers. Yo, I talked to you in 2 weeks, man. We gotta talk to our family members like that. We gotta talk to our nieces like that, our sisters like that. Our sisters. Yo, sis, you know that's for your boyfriend. You wearing that in front of me? Oh, I understand. You never know. Because we siblings, you're allowed to wear panties in front of your brother. Because I don't look at you as that way. What type of statement was that? Put some clothes on, please. That's for your man. Why are you looking at me this way? Yo, I talked to him 2 weeks, man. They don't even see it. They don't even see it. And they offended you. All right. Read on. Oh, wait. The nakedness of thy sister. Read on.
The nakedness of thy sister, daughter of thy father, or the daughter of thy mother.
So we're all mad. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're talking about the siblings also. Your father, you know what I mean? Your father got a couple of, you know what I mean? Got 2 wives. His daughter. You marry into a family. Now you have, you know what I mean, stepdaughters. Regardless of the fact, they're not allowed, I'm going to get you, they're not allowed to walk around you naked. Right there, what you want to say?
Is stepchildren a thing in Israel?
Say that again?
Is stepchildren a thing in Israel?
Oh, say that one more.
Is stepchildren a thing in Israel? Like
Stepchildren? Yeah. He's asking, is stepchildren like a thing in our culture?
Oh, you know, I'm just saying that for what's the name? But think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a sister. You know what I mean? A sister that let's say that her husband, you know what I mean? Her husband passed away. You end up marrying her. She have kids. You take care of the kids. You see what I'm saying? You take care of it. We don't like in the black community. We never do stepkids. We all told them we bring them in. We never said we call it bringing them in. But
In other words, you would treat them like your own kids, right?
Exactly.
You see, these times some of these Edomites will have stepchildren, and then when the stepchildren turn 18, now the father start having sex with them and say, well, it's not my actual daughter. That's freak show stuff. In our culture, if we take them in, we're going to treat them like
exactly. It's family. But, go ahead, priest, lock it.
What General Muhammad always say, you know, because you might meet a sister that has children, you understand, but you treat that sister's children like a brother and a sister. You understand? You're not trying to replace their father.
Exactly.
You understand? Or have them feel some type of way about their father. You're simply treating them just as a brother and a sister. God.
Oh yeah, because I was in that position too. You know what I mean? I never took away, you know what I'm saying, their father.
right.
Even though, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, stop talking about their father like that. I had to check the mother to tell, you know what I mean? I had to check the mother to say, do not talk, especially with me. Don't do that. Don't do that. I had to tell the mother, don't talk about the father. Even though he did what he did, you still don't talk about him like that. You understand what I'm saying? I still did. You know what I mean? Even when I would give him a fair one, but still, you don't talk about him. You don't talk about him that way. You don't talk about him that way, especially in front of the kids. Especially in front of the kids. And I had to stop her from doing it. Literally, I had to stop her from doing it. And I would just, you know what I mean? I would just a cool uncle. I was just a cool ass uncle, pretty much. I was just a cool ass uncle. But I took care of them. You know what I mean? Whatever they got, I just treat them the same. I always treat them the same. So it says right here, where you at? Okay, the next is read on.
Whether she be born at home or born abroad, even in nakedness, thou shalt not uncover.
So now you got to realize, you know what I'm saying? If you got 2 wives, one wife live on the other side of town, out of town. You got other wives that live, you know what I'm saying, closer, you know what I'm saying, over here. Whether the daughter was born in the neighborhood or your other daughter was born abroad. She come into town, oh, it must be okay to look at her nakedness because she live over there.
Right.
No. The law of God said you're not allowed to do that. That's the reason why this is so, That's the reason why the Most High God, His laws is so righteous and bring us to life. Because we have to, go ahead, please.
If I just may add to what you're bringing out is so heavy, sir. You understand? Because these laws, statutes, commandments, and what you break it down is so heavy. Because this is talking about, you know, sexual forbidden relationships. You understand? The Most High, He setting boundaries on family members, in-laws, and certain close relations. You understand? This what you're breaking down, this is what you call a moral law. You understand? On who to not have sex with. You understand? Because we're living in a world, you know, we went through Egypt, the empire of Egypt, Babylon, the Persian, the Romans, you understand, where we were surrounded by our oppressors and their unlawfulness. You know what I'm saying? They had sex with their family members. Just like how today, you understand, the Epstein Island and all that, they have sex with their family, with their in-laws, with their stepchildren, with their mothers and their fathers, their sisters and their brothers. God forbid this on Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. This is the law. You understand? You see all those Jerry Springers, of those Morgan Koviches. God wants us to be separated from that type of lifestyle. You understand? If a man don't know better, he would think, oh, well, that's my, I just met a woman, you understand? Oh, and her daughter is maturing. Well, this is not my blood. I'm tired with this woman, so I'm going to have sex with her daughter. You understand? God forbids that. You understand? And this is also talking about just not seeing, you know what I'm saying, nakedness. You understand? Your breast, your breast out, your behind out. You understand? This is deeper than just like physical seeing nakedness. This is talking about forbidden sexual relationships within your family structure. You understand that we learn from the oppressor. This is very important.
That's right.
You understand? We seen the film, the movie that came out, The Hills Have Eyes. There's a famous no, I don't want to say famous, but there's a commonly talked about family on the internet. You understand that they're just inbred with incest. You understand? He looks like the prophet. He got an eye on the right side, the eye on the right side. His mouth is where his nose should be. His nose is where his cheeks should be. God forbids that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want our children coming out deformed, because why? In the scriptures and the law, you have to be perfect when you enter into the congregation of the Lord. You understand? Dwarfism, physical ailments. You understand? Back in the ancient day, in New Jerusalem, we weren't allowed to enter into the congregation of the Lord, and we have these certain type of deformities. That's right. So right here is a prime law where we can avoid all of that. You understand? I just want to bring that up because what you're bringing out is so heavy. You understand? This is talking about being responsible as far as, you understand, your sexuality. Who you can sleep with, who you can sleep with. You understand? Your father may bring home another wife. You understand? And that son that's not born of that woman may say, oh, well, damn, this is not my mother. And some perversion, sexual deviant mentality. Well, this is not my mother. You understand? Let me creep up on her. God forbid that. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. That's a no. It's a lie.
No, that's when you're dropping it so heavy. And also, for Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, remember, Bob Gashar, just go to the title of the class.
No one card. Israelites, the law, people of promise.
You know what I'm saying? The Israelites, the law, people of promise. And that's what and we have to remember that. We are Israelites. We have law, and we're the people of the promise. You know what I'm saying, Bob Gashar? We're gonna go back to Leviticus because we're gonna read that down. Let's go back to Romans. Go ahead.
If I may, for educational purposes, I just want to say this word. The word will refer to this as what they call incest. God is not. God is against that.
That's right.
When it comes to Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians.
Oh, Most High Christ. Yeah, we get that too. So let's go back to we're gonna hold that. We're gonna go to Paul. We're gonna go to Romans. Yeah, 9 and
4.
Yeah, 9 and 4.
Romans chapter 9, verse 4. Who are Israelites?
So go on.
To whom pertaineth the adoption
Go on.
and the glory.
Go on.
And the covenant.
Go on.
And the giving of the Lord.
And the what?
Giving of the Lord.
Say that again.
Giving of the Lord.
Thou shalt not approach near a kin of their nakedness.
Right.
The giving of the law. What we're reading right now about nakedness. The moral compass of the Israelites. Ask any Christian church, is this done away with? What law? Yo, I want you to pull Romans and ask him, what law is he talking about here? What law is he talking? Barbara Shaw, give me some. I got my cup right here. What law is it? You know what I'm saying? Ask a Christian church that I love. You know what I mean? I love to pull this. I pull the scripture. Yeah, no ice. Just to call Barbara Shaw. What law is this? What giving of the law? What law? What law? This is the New Testament. What law is he talking about? And the giving of the law. Read on.
In the service of God.
Say that again.
In the service of God.
No, say that once again, please.
In the service of God.
Who the only Aaron? Who the only people who can serve God?
The Israelites.
Say that again.
The Israelites.
Say that once again.
The Israelites.
Only the Israelites can serve God. Israelites. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be over, and other people gonna be beneath us. They don't have a choice but to serve our God. Because if they have a choice, what they're gonna do? They're gonna serve a rock. They're gonna serve a cross. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know what I'm saying? Cap is beating up these Christians and talking about Jesus is God, Zeus. You know what I mean? And Hercules, a demigod. You know Jesus is a demigod, right? And who, you know what I mean? And who came up with those concepts? The Roman Catholic Church. And what does the Romans believe in? Zeus and demigods. They just intertwine their philosophy, and you know what I mean? In our Constitution book. That's all they did. That's all they did. That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? They made, you know what I'm saying, Yahushua Mashiach, Jesus Christ, but it's white Jesus doctrine. That's their God. That's what it is. They're arguing Hercules. That's what they're arguing, Hercules. Right? God came down, made some women pregnant, and now Hercules was born, and he was half God. Don't they say that? The substance of Apollo. Go ahead, Bruce.
Christian church call that the Immaculate Conception.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's immaculate. And now it's you know what I'm saying, is the substance. Who know about a substance of God? Who? What is the example of a substance of God? Substance? What do you mean? You just made that up on the spot? Or it was a doctrine that I gotta punch you in your face and kick your teeth in and unalive your mother, then you believe in the substance of God. You know that's what happened, right? People do not believe in Trinitarian unless somebody kick your teeth in, then teach you Trinitarian. That's the only way that you can learn it, because you're not going to learn it if you just read the Bible straight up. You're not going to get it. Somebody got to unalive your entire village, put you in slavery, and give you Catholicism, then you believe in the Trinity. You know that's what happened, right? You believe in the Trinity first, then we teach it to you. That's it. Read on.
From Salakia. Who pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law in the service of God and the promises.
And the what?
Promises.
Say that again?
Promises.
Oh, man. Only one nation of people was given the promises. The title of the class is Israelites. The law. People of the promise. Only Israelites is the people of the promise. Where did right, Paul? know, you know what I'm saying? He knows the law. He knows the history. He knows the book, chapter, and verse. You know what? He knows the founding fathers. The church fathers. You know what Paul church fathers? You know what Paul church fathers was, right? Moses, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Hosea. You know, if I read down, Hosea is one of those church fathers. That's what happened. Like it said in Hosea. Who's Hosea? Oh, we got to read about, we got to go to them church fathers, those archives. This one said, you know what I'm saying? In the promise, Israelites. He said that right there in verse 4. In verse 4, read on.
Come on, God. Verse 5. Verse 5,
Mm-hmm.
Who are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came?
No, wait. Who are the fathers, and whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came? Read on.
Who is over all?
Go on.
God bless forever. Amen.
Oh man, you see, you had to put that period on it. Amen. God bless forever. Amen. That statement that he made from 1 all the way down to 5. You know what I mean? From 1 all the way down to 5. Now, who the hell he's talking about? Now, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The white Jesus doctrine, think your thing he's talking about everybody in Rome. The congregation in Rome. How is that possible? One section, it says, it's talking to one nation of people. Now it's talking to other people, but how the other people is coming with the flesh nation of Israelites? How is that possible? The promise. He didn't say these other people got the promise. Israelites got the promise. Papa Shaw, go back to Leviticus.
Come on, God. Leviticus chapter 9.
Mm-hmm.
So in that verse 9 again. So
Yeah, you can start over.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or the daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
It doesn't matter what country she was born in. If she's Yasha Allah, if she, you know what I'm saying, daughter of Zion, she's not allowed to show the nakedness. Doesn't matter. Remember, we read the scripture. It doesn't matter where we go. There's a priest and the prophet of the Lord standing right there in of the Israelite school of theoretical practical knowledge and tell that sister that's just what it is. Because she didn't know better. She knows better now. She knows better now. You got a priest there to tell you. You didn't know before. Now you know. You got grace to get it right, sis. That's for your future husband. That's not for me. Read on.
Oh, come. Verse 10. The nakedness of thy son's daughter.
Say that again.
The nakedness of thy son's daughter.
The nakedness of thy son's daughter. The nakedness of thy son's daughter. You know what I mean? So the father, he have a son. The son have a daughter. Who's the daughter to that father? Aaron?
Grandchild. Grandchild.
Exactly. Read on.
Okay. All of thy daughter's daughter.
All thy daughter's daughter. Great-granddaughter. Read on.
Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Yo, man. The great-granddaughter, you're still not allowed to, what, you know what I mean? Even though she's 20 years old. That's, you know, you got to realize it's just being reinforced. It's just being reinforced. But remember, Yasha Allah is so goddamn hard-headed. We got to get rid. Yo, what about my great-granddaughter? What about my great-grandson? What about, you know what I mean? You know, we a few generations behind. It's not against the law that, you know what I mean, that she got a two-piece on, right? At the you know what I mean? It's not wrong that she walk around with the panties and a t-shirt. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Three generations in the house. That's only, you know, that's only the one generation. That's what fake Israelite people would try to philosophize that right there. You know what I mean? It was a, that's what they would do. When, you know what I'm saying, when the Most High said we're not in Deuteronomy chapter 7, when we're not allowed to marry nobody. Well, it did not say these people, the Hittites. So I guess it didn't say the Syrians. So I guess I can marry a Syrian woman, huh? This is how they justified it. Read on.
Go on. Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Mm-hmm.
For theirs is thine own nakedness.
There is what?
Thy own nakedness.
You know what it means that there's that own nakedness? Which means that take your clothes, get changed in the bathroom. Get changed in your goddamn room before you come out. You see how easy that is? When you get out the shower, be decent. You got your clothes, you got your night clothes to the side. You get out the shower, you get dressed, you decent. Don't come out the shower with some damn poo-poo shorts on, and you know what I'm saying, and a halter top or whatever. And your uncle is walking to the goddamn kitchen, you know what I'm saying, to make some veggie burgers. And see that. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. If I could just piggyback on what I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
about setting the boundaries of relationships within the household.
That's right.
I just want to give one example.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, there's a law system on the internet, right? And she's asking people what to do because she was caught sleeping with her man's father, right? And not only that, the son caught them and he joined in with the both of them. And she's on the internet asking, like, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the norm. You understand? So this is why it's going to be important for Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians to have these laws, because again, this is what the other nations do.
You dropping it so heavy, and sometimes and you know what? It could be the possibility that she's playing around, but there's people out there right now doing that right now in our community. Nobody's saying nothing. Right now, it's being done. This is not no idea that she just popped up in her head. She know people who get down like this. Yo, everybody heard about it. It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. Huh? Oh, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother. We can run a train on this chick. You see how close is that? Two blood brothers running the train on a chick. That sound like the same, huh? Or your father's setting up against her. You know there's dudes out there that does that for their son. Yo, I'm gonna make you a man. I'm gonna make you a man. I'm gonna go out and get a prostitute. You know what I mean? And you're gonna do this to this prostitute. You don't think he joined in too? You don't think he joined in too? This is how disgusting that we became because we want to follow behind white Jesus doctrine. We want to follow behind the philosophy of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and Tom Hanks. That's what we want to do. Is these laws done away with? Christian church? This is the law what Paul was talking about. They love to go to Paul and Romans. Did the Romans follow these laws? If he's talking to the Romans, did they follow these laws? Obviously, they didn't do it. Where's those Christians? You know what I'm saying? Where's those, you know what I'm saying? Where's those Romans that was, you know what I'm saying, white people, Edomites, who follow these laws? That never happened. Pederasties, all those, you know what I'm saying, all those statues, all those gymnasiums. It wasn't thinking about that stuff. Ain't no moral compass. Their moral compass was pederasties. It was a moral thing for boys, little boys, to make love to grown men. That was a moral thing. That was an okay thing to do. Same thing is a moral thing to do when America have a porno industry. It's not against the law to have a porno industry. You understand that? Is it against the law to have porno in America? Is it against the law to shoot porno in America? That's our oppressor. So I'm gonna ask the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. It's against our laws to have a porno industry. Are we going to follow that? Bloods and Crips. Or are you going to follow behind Joe Biden and Donald Trump? Anybody? Read on, please.
So God, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for there is thy own nakedness.
Yeah, get on. It's their own nakedness. You know what? And I tell the sisters, I would tell the brother, after when you get out the shower, have your clothes laid out, you come out decent in the house. That's it. Modest. Don't tell me it's hot. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. That's a. You've been saying, you know what I mean? Don't give me that. Don't do that. That just said. Go ahead, Robert.
It's not in Afghanistan. There were women out there with ninja suits on.
With ninja suit with goddamn curtains on. Curtains. This is an excuse you're gonna give me, or you just love to dress like a whore in front of me? You just want to, you know what I'm saying? You just want to be sexy in front of me. I'm gonna make you feel uncomfortable, and I want our brothers and sisters. If your mother walking around, if your father walking around with a tank top on, talk to him and say, "Oh, I feel uncomfortable. You're around me this way." Say something and see the demon comes out. See a demon come out. Talk to your niece. Talk to your nephew that way. Talk to your aunt that way. See a demon come out. And ask him, so you upset at me because I'm feeling uncomfortable because your breast is out in front of my face? No. We ain't going to go out like that. Oh, don't say that we got knocked.
No, I gotta fix the title.
Oh, that's good. So for black, matter of fact, you have to. Oh, wait, you have to say something.
Is CMOS lawful?
Yeah, CMOS is lawful. It's just a plant from the sea. It's just a plant from the sea. That's it. Go ahead.
Two goofies and Corey niggas said it's unlawful. Check this out. Check out the read. They said, because it's something that comes from the sea that don't have business scales.
Is it a plant of a sea? It's a plant of a sea. The Benjamites got farms of sea moss. That's a plant. That's a plant. It's not a fish.
Yeah. By that logic, we can't eat kale because it don't split the hook until you cut it.
What about dill? You can't hear, you know what I mean? You can't eat no dust. Yo, you know what? I'm not knocking them. You know what I mean? We could chuckle, but the brothers is hurt.
Right.
The brothers is hurt how their leader got down.
Right.
You know what I mean? What happened in Sakari? Everything collapsed. So, you know what I mean? They university, they had a university. you know what I mean, they've been lied about in the university. They have been charged money. You know what I mean? So they hurt brothers. They hurt brothers. Because they can't, you know what I mean? That doctrine, it don't work no more because their whole school collapsed. Because guess where they learned that from? They learned that from their leader. And their leader collapsed. So if their leader collapsed on that, come on. You still believing in that? You still believing in that right there? This is what we're going to do? You can't do that. Bob was sharp. Then we read the verse. You got Leviticus?
Yes.
All right.
Where to start from?
What's the last verse that you dropped off from? The last verse?
Start at verse, verse 11.
Verse 11. Start at verse 11.
Verse 11. The nakedness.
Book, chapter, and verse. Called Leviticus chapter, blah, blah, blah.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
The nakedness of thy father's wife,
Mm-hmm.
daughter, begot of thy father.
Go on.
She is thy sister.
Go on.
Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
So we're talking about your aunt. Your aunt. Your aunt is so comfortable walking around. She's cool, right? Once you tell her to cover up, there's a problem now. Once her nephew come to her and say, "Your auntie, if possible, can you please put some clothes on? I feel uncomfortable." Guess who said that? The 10-year-old. The 10-year-old. Read on.
Verse 12. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister.
Go on.
She is thy father's near kinswoman.
You damn right. Read on.
Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is the mother near kinswoman.
Yeah. Your sister, you know what I mean? Your mother's sister. Your aunt. That's what we're talking about right now. That's exactly what we're talking about. Your father's sister, your mother's sister. You see how it's being reinforced? This is our law. The people of the promise. This is our law. This is our moral compass. Let everybody walk around like sluts and whores, you know what I mean? And barbarians. But we have class, you know what I mean? We got class, we look good, we modest, we classy. That's it. That's it. There's no gun show. I know my arms is for my wife. You know what I'm saying? I know my body is for my wife. You're supposed to be shamed. You're supposed to be shamed. And we're going to, you know what I mean? We're supposed to be shamed. We're ashamed people because we are separate, holy people. You don't act like everybody else. We don't.
Verse 14. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thy aunt.
Read that from the top.
Verse 14. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother.
So you know who is that father's brother? Your uncle. Your uncle. Our uncle. Come on. That's it. There's no reason for your uncle to walk around that way. Yo, you're going to work out. You're going to get the same results with a short sleeve on. That's the subject right there. You're going to get the same results. Same goddamn results. What they, I think Priest and Captain Mashak said this. You know the fastest man to beat everybody in shorts, t-shirt, and Timbs. He's still going to beat everybody. So why he's dressing like that? There's no reason. He could have, you know what I mean? He could have shorts on, t-shirt, and Timbs, and he would still beat everybody. So why you got to dress on with a bodysuit, tank tops and all this tight gear on. He's still going to beat people. Usain Bolt still going to beat people in a pair of Timbs. He's still going to beat them in a pair of Timbs with some Olas on. I don't know what y'all know about that. Olas on in the short sleeve shirt. He's still going to beat people. That's what it is. But you see how they dress the gymnastic girls? Oh my God! You cannot say the pederasty people is in the audience. Hard body. Right.
Not in the audience, in the coaches.
In the culture,
Every girl that grows up in gymnastics has been abused. I knew ones in the world. I had exes that have been through that. And then you can see in the news, the Olympic coach, that it draws men that want to abuse these girls. And why wouldn't it, when you put them in uniforms like that, put them on there all day?
Oh man, and it got worse and worse. And I was like, yo, you can't be. I'm like, you trying to tell me she cannot do a back tuck? She can't have it. I saw her in training with sweatpants on, doing the same thing on the barbell. With a t-shirt on in practice, with her practice gear on.
Right.
Try to tell me when you get out on the floor, you can't do the same thing? Because I will press her. Remember the culture. The culture came from pederasty culture. Came from the Greek, the Greco-Romans. That's what it came from. So that's their culture. That's their culture. Remember, you know what I mean? That's, and you know what I mean? The men used to wrestle naked. Now they rocking a singlet. Yo, you can still beat them in the shirt and bare Timbs. And a t-shirt on. And you can still beat them at the same time. If you're that good enough. Tuck your damn shirt into your shorts. I'm gonna get you. Tuck your shirt into the short. They could build a uniform literally that it will hold. And it won't be that much exposing. Go ahead, Preach.
No, what's so demonic about it, then if your daughter grows up and she just want to play volleyball, she just want to have fun.
Man.
But then now you have to explain to her, and then she gonna feel like the odd one out because you don't want her to wear shorts like up to here. That's how demonic this is.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's where it came from. It came from a bunch of perverted baskets that don't have no laws. That don't have, you know what I mean? That don't have no, you know what I'm saying, no moral compass. None of that stuff. It's, oh man, it's about that time. You ain't go like this. I'm rocking and rolling. You know, most of that guy, we might even do part 3, but Papa Shaw, they just go back to Romans, read that read Romans 9 and 4.
Romans chapter 9 verse 4.
Okay.
Who are Israelites?
Go on.
So who pertaineth to adoption?
Only Israelites pertain to adoption. We can only come back to the Most High God. Read on.
In the glory.
Go. Yep. We the only one to glorify the Most High God. Go on.
In the covenant.
Oh man, you already the covenants too. Old and new, baby. Go on.
And the giving of the law.
We already talking about the law of nakedness that was given to the Israelites. That covenant. The law of nakedness is in that covenant. Read on.
And the service of God.
We're the only people that will serve the Most High God. Then we're going to teach all the other nations to bow down. You don't got a choice. That's how they're going to serve God. You know that, right? Bow down, you don't got a choice. All right? That's your service. That's your service, you know.
And the promises.
And the what?
Promises.
Only the Israelites is the promise. So Israelites, you know what I'm saying? The law. The people of the promise. And with that, I'm preaching officer Parataza, you know what I'm saying, out of Yonkers, New York, and throughout it to preaching officer Shaul, let me hold down the law class. And this is ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start off with 1 West 120th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Honor. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are people of the promise.
That's right.
We are Israelites, the law, people of the promise. You know what I mean? And don't forget that. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer 1000 Shaul.
Clap it up for the class. Yep. Son of Christ. All right. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK study out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free offering for priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be the end of the Feast of First Fruits, which will be on Sunday, May 31st. Make sure you go on the back of your in the back of your school, look on the bulletin board to see further updates of any ISUPK functions, or go to isupk.com, which is our website. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, blue shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, men of Israel, Abadian, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to get one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majib Shabbat, Amadian, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Thumb. Yazimatah, which means hands down. Class dismissed.